That's not been one of my. We talked about it, right?
We both got the same answer.
What'd you guys get?
1094351.
Yeah. Well, darn, I didn't. What did I do wrong?
Hey guys. Guys.
Well, it's okay if you have a class discussion. Don't have a class screaming match. Apparently I don't have the right software on here to make that Promethean board work. Nope, I do.
Oh my god!
Why does it keep doing this? Really making me. I hate your spreadsheet.
Why are people so much smarter than me?
That's like
Oh,
How Asian?
Asian.
That's supposed to go green?
It's Emily's. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Why does it keep doing this?
That's the one thing that I want to do.
Well, Asian is that.
That is not helpful.
Because it won't let me put it in.
So here's the deal. Eventually I'm going to get tired of waiting for you to decide to do the work, and we're going to go to the work.
Hey,
Chill. Yes, go back to the same assignment. Put a 2 on the end of it.
So say this is.
Same exact file name you had before, just put an underscore 2 on the end of it.
Resave it?
Resave it, file save as, go to the right end, put an underscore 2 on it. Not after the XLSX, before the dot. Does your computer show you the file name extension? Okay, then don't worry about it. If it shows you the .xls, has to be on the left side of that.
Mine does.
Do we resubmit it?
Then you resubmit. I should have 2 submissions for that assignment.
I'm gonna say 1, 2.
And then we can talk about the thought process, which is the part that some of you are fighting, and I don't know why. It's counterproductive. Completely and totally counterproductive. You have miles. You have to get to meters. You can go to the internet, you can look up miles to meters, but your problem says you have to use the accepted conversion of this. So that means, in reality, I have to turn miles into inches, and then I can turn it over into the metric system, and then I can turn it into meters. Did you see that when you read the problem?
Yeah.
That's actually one of the hard parts. That's actually one of the hardest parts. The rest of it's simpler than that. Okay? I have miles. I have to get to inches. That means I have to make it smaller. Do I know how many inches are in a mile? What do you know? You're supposed to know how many feet are in a mile. So that's what goes next. Now, can you stay with me here for a minute? I'm going to do this one the other way. First, I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to highlight a chunk and go to View, Fit Selection. Stupid thing. Don't do that. I highlighted too much. That was my fault. What we just decided is I need to turn miles into feet. And I know that feet is not the right label. So I'm going to get rid of that label by doing that. And then I'm going to turn feet into inches. And I know I don't want inches, so I'm going to go over here and get rid of inches and turn it into. And I know I don't want centimeters, so I'm going to go over here and turn centimeters into meters. Am I done?
Yeah. Oh, that one over there.
Okay. So all of my labels are done. And I could double check that by doing something like this. That's not going to show up. That might. So all of my labels canceled except for meters. So I can do an equals, click on the M. And now I need to come back here and find the big label. And the way my brain works, I want to find all the big labels and put in all the ones. Does that work for you? Miles is bigger than feet, give it a 1. Feet is bigger than inches, give it a 1. An inch is bigger than a centimeter, and a meter is bigger than a centimeter. And now I can go back to the beginning, and all I have to do to make sure I get the right answer is to make sure that my top is exactly the same as the bottom. 5,280 feet is exactly the same as a mile. 12 inches is exactly the same as a foot. 2.54 centimeters is the same as an inch. And centi means 100. I don't have to know if it's 1 over 100 or if it's 100.0 doing it this way. Because all I need to know is centi means 100, and I stick it in there, and using the labels, the 100 ends up on the bottom. It has to be right to divide by 100 rather than multiply by 100. Over here, to do this all in one step, you've known for a decade that you can multiply in any order you want to? Did you know that 10 years ago?
No.
What's that property? That's the multiplicative property? You didn't have to learn that when you were like second
I
grade?
didn't know the school was going to depress me this much, so
Oh,
no.
okay. So we have a 68, and then our next number has the value that's not 1 in the top. Do we multiply or divide?
Multiply.
We multiply by 5280. What do we do with the 12? Times 12. The 2.54 times the 100. What do we do with the 100? We divide by 100. Yes, I am. Because we're big kids now. So, my formula in the formula bar says we're going to start by grabbing this blue value. We're going to multiply by the green one, multiply by the purple one, multiply by the burgundy one, and divide by the green one. Is that the correct math?
Yeah.
Yes. Then this answer has to be right because the computer can't do it wrong. As long as your formula is right and all of the numbers that you put in are right, that answer has to be right. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Is that the way you did it?
Yeah.
Did you think those things that I said out loud? Given information,
Yep.
top and bottom, time, sign, fraction bar, cancel the label,
Yep.
turn it into something that gets you where you need to go. Feet isn't where I want to go. I want to go to inches, but I don't know how many inches are in a mile. So I'm going to go to feet, and then I'm going to go to inches, and then I'm going to use this conversion factor. How do you know if centimeters goes on top or centimeters goes on the bottom?
Whichever cancel out of the top.
Use the labels. The labels will tell you. You can use it the other way if you're given a different problem, and you need to have 1 inch on the top and 2.54 centimeters on the bottom. Completely fine. Conversion factors can always be upside down. When I'm on the bridge crossing the Platte Winter Bridge. What's the speed limit? 65 what? Miles per hour. And in 1 hour, how far do I go? 65 miles. Isn't that 1 hour over 65 miles?
Yeah.
But the speed limit is 65 miles per hour.
Wait, it's 65 over 1, isn't it?
If it's 65 miles per hour, but if I travel for 1 hour, I go 65 miles, and that puts the hour on top. Puts the hour first. Conversion factors don't matter which one's on top. The only way it matters is which label cancels. So when you run into that, if I need to know how many years is a million seconds, all of these things are going to be upside down. Because this is a conversion factor, and you're going to have to use it the other way around. So if I give you seconds right here, you have to have seconds right here. And in this one, seconds was in the top. Conversion factors can be used either way. It's all about figuring out what you have, what can I turn it into that's going to be helpful, and get me where I have to go to find the answer I need. Are you good with this? Do you need more practice to make sure you're good with this?
No.
I think so.
Is that what you were talking about? That you don't,
Yeah.
You don't want that?
No, I do.
Okay.
And it already adds a 2.
Yeah.
If you have the exact same file name, it'll add a 2 on it. So if you add a 2 and then you do it twice, it'll be 22. And if you do it again, it'll be 222. And it's kind of weird. You have about 10 minutes of class left.
You should like show us another equation.
I have no intention of giving you more work, but I would like to know how many years is a million seconds.
Hey,
What? How many? May never know.
Go to the bottom. Go down here into 24, 25, 26, somewhere,
So we're going to have to resubmit it again.
and resubmit it again.
Down to 25.
And I would be really impressed.
11 days, 13
Whoa. I would be really impressed if you can do that and show the work and not say anything. If you can do it only with what's in your head and not communicate with other people.
Wait, what did you just say now?
I would be more impressed if you can do it without the
A
internet.
million or a billion?
A million. 1 million seconds equals blank years. That's your problem. Fill in the blank. Using the factor label method.
Are we going to be able to do that in 10 minutes?
I don't want to give you any homework.
How many seconds? Wait, what are we doing?
A million seconds equals blank years.
Work.
And underneath that, since I'm not getting the cooperation that I need, underneath that you can do a million meters equals how many miles. And use this same conversion factor right here. So you can convert a million seconds and a million meters.
A million seconds. How much is it?
Yeah, man.
To years?
I thought they had
Okay.
seconds.
And a million meters into miles.
So this is like your homework.
I don't know. What are they doing? What are you using?
I think it's 6. Wait.
Hey, are we supposed to do 2 separate ones?
What?
2 separate problems at the bottom.
Separate.
When you're done, you'll have 5 problems on this page.
Why? Why? But why do we need 2 other problems that are separate?
It's called reinforcing
I don't.
what we did in class today. You still have about 10 minutes according to that clock. You're going to get interrupted with announcements fairly soon. But at 5 minutes each, you should be done before you leave and not have any homework.
I thought you said this wasn't homework, so you lied.
Well, you should be able to do this after spending the whole day on it.
Okay, so we're going up, right? So like our given would be 1,000,000.
Your given is 1,000,000 in both of them. Yes.
Okay, I won't ask.
So like all your ones are gonna be on top of this stuff, right?
I don't know. Figure it out.
What's this second?
And Madison, now you're talking and everybody else doesn't get to figure it out if you say it out loud.
Okay, what's the other one we're supposed to be doing not a million seconds ago? What else?
Go down to row 28 or so
Okay.
and put in 1,000,000 meters
Meters.
and turn that into miles.
How many zeros is
6. Hey, are we converting the seconds into days or years?
Years.
Okay.
Why didn't you say this? What did you say?
So there's 365.25
Stop.
days.
You can look that up.
I'll put 200.
That's Googleable.